In late 2019, Lori Vallow lounged on a sun-drenched Hawaiian beach, celebrating her recent marriage. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away in the freezing Idaho cold, police officers with flashlights were scanning a dark, snow-covered backyard. They were searching for her two children, 7-year-old JJ and 16-year-old Tylee, who had vanished completely without a trace. When law enforcement pressed Lori and her new husband, Chad, for answers, they hit an absolute wall. The couple refused to cooperate and refused to say a single word about where the children were. Rather than continuing to interrogate two people committed to silence, investigators stopped asking questions and started pulling their digital records. People often engineer elaborate cover-ups, completely forgetting that the device resting in their pocket is passively and objectively recording their reality. Lori's path to that Hawaiian beach began when she met Chad Daybell, an author who wrote extensively about surviving the end of the world. He convinced Lori that they were chosen leaders meant to survive an impending apocalypse. This conceptual scale shows a bizarre foundational doctrine he taught. Chad claimed he could see spirits, rating the purity of everyone around him strictly from light to dark. According to this system, if a person's rating dropped entirely into the dark, they became a zombie. Chad taught that the only way to free a zombie's soul was to destroy the physical body, a process that conveniently allowed the chosen to take control of the zombie's earthly assets. People close to them began to die, often preceded by the sudden transfer of life insurance policies. Lori's fourth husband was mysteriously shot and killed. Chad's wife of 30 years died suddenly in her sleep. In September 2019, Lori applied this doctrine to her own family, and JJ and Tylee vanished. Even with the children gone, Lori continued to collect their monthly Social Security survivor benefits, diverting the funds to her new life in Hawaii. They used an extreme theology to rationalize cold-blooded murder as a divine, untouchable mandate. The FBI's investigative strategy relied on the objective permanence of forensic data. To bypass the couple's silence, the FBI targeted a weak link. They pulled the digital footprint of Lori's brother, Alex, who acted as the group's physical enforcer and hitman. This forensic map illustrates the geographical tracking of Alex's historical cell phone GPS data. Investigators focused on the exact dates the children were last seen. Notice how the single data points converge into a glowing cluster. For 2 hours, his phone pinged in one isolated rural location. Human accomplices can invoke the Fifth Amendment, but raw cellular data provides an undeniable geographic truth that cannot be cross-examined. That 2-hour cluster of digital pings mapped flawlessly to a single address, the backyard of Chad Daybell's property in Idaho. In June 2020, investigators executed a search warrant. Guided exactly by the GPS coordinates, they dug beneath a pet cemetery and found the remains of young JJ. They also discovered the remains of 16-year-old Tylee. This physical evidence provided a concrete link that the couple's religious justifications could no longer obscure. A theoretically perfect crime collapses into reality the moment a digital footprint points a shovel straight into the dirt. By the time the trials concluded in 2024, the leader's former arrogance had dissolved entirely inside a courtroom. Prosecutors proved the murders were never truly about the apocalypse. The apocalyptic rhetoric had simply been a cover to steal Social Security money and life insurance payouts, exactly as the pattern of previous deaths suggested. The data-driven prosecution secured the death penalty for Chad Daybell and life in prison without parole for Lori Vallow. Manipulative predators will constantly attempt to weaponize belief systems to mask earthly greed, but the objective permanence of our digital footprints ensures that true escape is nearly impossible.